Great Depression cooking, long gone, isn't it? I don't think so, especially not in this day and age. So here is a simple, fast, and delicious budget gem of a meal you can cook up for about $10 and feed the entire family. So let me show you how to do it. The first thing you want to do is add about a tablespoon of cooking oil to a pan, followed by a medium-sized cubed up potato, and this is just a white potato, but you can use whatever you have on hand. So I've cubed these up relatively small because the smaller you cube them, the faster they cook. You can do a bit of a parboil on them too if you like. So we're just going to cook these up over medium-high heat for about 10 minutes or so until they're fork tender. After our taters are fork tender, I'm going in with half a small chopped onion and 3 cloves of garlic. You know me and garlic, oh, I just love it. And there are health benefits to garlic too. So I'm just going to stir and saute this for a few minutes until that wonderful aroma of garlic fills the air. Next up, in with a pound of lean ground beef, and I'm sure during the Great Depression, lean ground beef was a luxury, but it was used quite commonly in meatloaf, which we do have a recipe for too. So we're just going to kind of break this up. Give it a stir around with those potatoes, onions, and garlic, and this is beginning to smell so darn good. So what we want to do is cook this up until that ground beef is cooked through. Then in with a can of corn, and this is about a cup or so. And I'm using peaches and cream, which is a relatively sweet corn, but you can use the corn of your choice. Some frozen peas, and if you have fresh ones, that's even gooder. Now for our seasoning, starting with a good teaspoon of Italian seasoning that I love so much. Okay guys, I'm not sure during the Great Depression whether they had pre-made Italian seasoning, probably not, but we do have it now and it's relatively easy to make, so I will put a link to the recipe in the description section below. A few good cracks of salt, and I would say about a teaspoon. And of course, another teaspoon or more, depending on your taste, of ground black pepper. Now just go ahead and stir everything together, and I mean, for a few bucks, this is looking pretty good to me. And you know, when you think about it, the reality is you don't have to have a whole lot of money to fill your belly, to eat relatively well, and to be happy. I guess it's not what you have, it's what you make of it, and how you make it. Okay, to add a bit more zip and zest, I'm going in with about a cup of tomato sauce. And I think this would have been elaborate back then, but you know, they might have used ketchup. You can let me know in the description section below. So we'll just give everything a good stir and check for seasoning. If it needs a little more salt or pepper, go ahead and add it in. And again, for a cheap meal, this is looking not so cheap. And there you have it, my friends, our Great Depression gourmet meal. And I think for that era, this is pretty darned good. So we will just go ahead and plate this up. And just look at that steam roll off. Here's where it really looks like a home-cooked meal. And I have to mention, guys, if you want to see more recipes like this, let me know in the description section below. And you bite into this, believe me, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. To me, it's delicious and well worth making. And as I say in every video, if you like what you saw, do us a favor, like, and if you're so inclined, subscribe.